Pro 14 final for 2018-2019 is just around the corner. It's Glasgow up against Leinster, the two top dogs of the Pro 14 for the 2018-2019 season. A little bit cheeky of me to be making a video about the final, seeing as I didn't cover the tournament proper, but hey, it's a final. We're all pretty excited about this one to see how things are going to go. It is the two top dogs, so the guys who finished top of their conferences. Glasgow, 16 wins, 5 losses, top of Conference A. Leinster, 15 wins, a draw, and 5 losses, top of Conference B. Yeah, it should be quite a game. Obviously, Leinster kind of off the back of that Champions Cup defeat to Saracens. Glasgow also went out to Saracens on their way out of the tournament, so both have this kind of second chance to get their hands on some silverware before the season is done and dusted. And it does have the makings of a pretty good match just when you look at the lineups. I will put the lineups in the description of the two teams, but there's a lot of talent on both these sides, and it seems like most of the big guns are available. So I mean, Hogg obviously is going to be one of the main talking points for Glasgow, it being his last game before he goes off to Exeter Chiefs. So he's there at 15. Seymour and Van der Merwe make up that back three, which is a pretty tidy back three. Johnson and Steyn in the midfield. Hastings and Price 9 and 10. Very solid. Gibbins is captain at number 7. Gray. Yeah, man. Sorry, there's just a lot of internationals on the side. Both the Horne brothers are on the bench for Glasgow. So, yeah, there's a lot to like about that team. Equally, you look at that Leinster team. Rob Kearney's there at 15, perhaps his last game for Leinster. I see that he hasn't signed on. A bunch of contracts got announced the other day, and he is not among them, but he's not kind of confirmed to be leaving, but potentially his last game for Leinster. Larmour's on at 14. I guess he's had to move to the wing. Lowe is at the other wing, so in terms of another tidy back three, that's pretty darn good. That midfield of Ringrose and Henshaw is also just top class. Sexton is back at number 10. Obviously, he didn't play in the semi-final. And perhaps, I guess you could say, touch out of form, or at least not at that form we're used to seeing him. And a lot of that's come from Leinster fans on the comments of this channel saying he's just not quite there. He's the kind of guy who could just pick it up at any moment. So we'll see if this is a game where he really steps up and just bosses things around or not. McGrath's inside him at number 9. Interestingly, no Sean O'Brien for this one, so disappointing for him. I had read that there was perhaps a chance that he would be fit for the final, but obviously not to be, so no kind of send-off game for him, which is pretty disappointing. No Devon Toner either, he is unfit for this one. So Fardy's in the second row with James Ryan. Front row, Healy, Cronin and Furlong, pretty tidy. Yeah, doesn't get a whole lot better than that, to be fair. Almost, what's just an international front row, isn't it? Conan, Van der Flier, yeah, man, it's going to be a good game. These teams have met once before this season. Obviously, they played just the one game being in different conferences, and it was Leinster who lost to Glasgow over in Dublin. It was 39 points to 24, so relatively high-scoring affair. That was only in April, but I didn't see the game, but I've had a look at the lineups that played, and a lot of the big guns were either rested or on the bench for that one, so it's not quite the same as this game we've got coming up. On their way to this final, Glasgow were pretty darn impressive over Ulster, 50 points to 20. That was a real marker game, a statement set by them. And Leinster proved too good for Munster in that one, 24 points to 9. Again, I didn't see that, but I did. I just listened to kind of the guys on Off the Ball dissect the game, and it seems like, from what I heard, that Leinster were pretty much in control of that one throughout the whole thing. So, yeah, the bookies for this one have got Leinster by 3, at least that's here in New Zealand. Despite the fact that the game is in Glasgow, it's at Celtic Park. I believe there's some football on at the same time, so hopefully there's a decent crowd. I believe 40,000+ tickets have been sold, so hopefully it's a cracking atmosphere. You got two cracking teams. It could be could be a pretty open game. Just looking, I mean, you look at Hogg, Seymour, Van der Merwe, and then you look at Larmour and Lowe. I mean, Kearney may be there. I mean, he's actually been in pretty good attacking form from what I've seen of him in the Champions Cup. But also, I mean, Larmour and Lowe, all these guys are just attacking maestros. So, yeah, I'm really curious to see how this one goes down. It is on at a pretty early hour here in New Zealand, but I'll be definitely getting up to watch it. So, yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on the game. How do you think this one is going to go? Do you think Leinster are favourites? I did read in the media that Leo Cullen was trying to encourage people of Glasgow to support Leinster. I'm not quite sure how that works, but some of you guys who have a bit more local knowledge will be able to fill me in there. But either way, should be a good game. I do like Dave Rennie as a coach as well, so he was always very very entertaining team to watch when he had the Chiefs down here in Super Rugby. So, yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on the game. How do you think it's going to go? How do you think some of these guys are going to step up? Is it going to be that perfect farewell for either one of the fullbacks? Yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.